you want to?
Sure. I just want to clarify something, if I may, in regards to the property tax levy before the public hearing. The notice for this public hearing was published reflecting a 45.46% increase in property taxes. Okay? As we all know, though, the City Council is not considering a 45% increase in property taxes tonight. However, this notice was not a mistake. This was done intentionally. And the reason is, when Council was considering that levy back in November of 23rd, the last Council meeting, the Council had 8 different options to consider. And you may remember, should we fund MICA from the property tax levy? Should we use the city's actuary? Should we use the state's actuary? So we gave you a number of options to consider in regards to that, 8 in total. Not knowing what option the Council was going to consider, we published the option that levied the highest amount, if you will. So that was option actually 2D, which is a 96-cent levy, if you will. And we did this purposely to cover ourselves for truth and taxation purposes. So long as we levied an amount between 0 and 96 cents for the rate, the city is in compliance with truth and taxation in regards to the notice. So for example, if the city had decided to levy an amount higher than that 96 cents, we would actually have to republish that notice. Okay? So the thinking here is, as long as you stay within that boundary, we purposely went to the high amount in regards to the options that the City Council was to consider on November 23rd. The highest amount was a 46% increase. You have opted not to do that. The Council is not considering a levy of 96 cents. So what was discussed at last meeting and what is before you this evening is a levy of 62.5 cents per $100 of EAV. So for the general fund, this equates to a 4.14% increase. Again, this is strictly for needed pension obligations. I think the actuary went into that in detail, and I don't have to go into that anymore. However, we are also required to levy for debt service, okay, per our agreements when we adopted those ordinances for debt service. We abated right away after that, but we actually required to levy for that, and then we abate that. Anyway, so when debt service is included, it's part of that levy. Okay, the levy is actually going down. The levy that the City of DeKalb you're going to be considering tonight is actually going down by 0.34%. Okay, because debt service is going down as well. So as debt service is going down, that means we don't need as much for debt service. So the levy for the city is actually going down by 0.34%. So in this case, the city's levy is going up from 60 cents to 62.5 cents. However, the actual levy amount, what you're doing this evening, the levy amount is decreasing by 0.34%. So it's kind of the opposite of what Sycamore is faced with. Their levy is going down, but their amount that they're actually levying is going up. We're doing the opposite. The rate is going up slightly, but the amount that we're levying, because debt service is going down, is lower than what we did last year. So I just wanted to close and say staff will have some more comments in regards to this when the ordinance is up for adoption. So with that.
Thank you for that clarification.
Sure.